What's up, Hood News Peeps? It's your girl, Grizzy, live here with the Hood News. Here in
It's not on.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Quanell, would you mind just starting us off?
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Is everybody good?
It's not on.
Give us 1 second.
Grizzy, live here with the Hood
Testing
News.
1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Everybody school? Fire away with your questions.
So you've been here with Rudy and his mother.
A few hours, yes.
What are the conversations like?
Let me first apologize for my appearance. I received an emergency phone call to get over here for this meeting with the detectives, Rudy's mother and Rudy. So I dropped everything I was doing and made it as fast as I possibly could. Spent about an hour and 20 minutes one-on-one with Rudy and with one of the detectives. I heard horrific things from that young man. And I did not want him to see me start shedding tears, but I couldn't hold back the tears because of the things he was saying to us, detective and myself. No child be treated like that by y'all. This young man said that when he initially ran away later, and she told him that he had to hide, that he was going to get in trouble, and they were going to arrest him for running away, and that he had to. So she hid him out for a while, then brought him back to the house and hid him in the home. And initially, whenever the investigators would come, she would hide him in the house. And he kept saying, I don't want her to go to prison. I don't want her to get in trouble. I don't want her to go to jail. And so we asked him, why did you run away? And he said he just got tired of her not respecting his boundaries. He wanted his own life. And his exact word was, I was tired of living like a slave. And he would do the required work she was supposed to do. And a lot of the responsibility. And that was her crossing his personal space boundaries. He said that she would make him sleep in the bed with her. And he said that she made him play daddy. He said that he didn't like getting in the bed with her. That he would try to sneak out of the bed and sometimes hide under the bed, but she told him he had to be her husband. That's a damn shame. The little boy said she was the one providing drugs to him for years. Hallucination drugs, mushrooms, etc. And that the reason why he was left, he was just tired of her crossing his boundaries. When he would shower, she would come and pull the shower curtain back and stare at him, and then she would make him bathe her with the soap. And he ran away this time because he was tired.
Quanell, you've been doing this for many years. How emotional has today been with this case?
It's a goddamn shame. I ain't never in my life heard of a mother doing to a child what this woman did.
Were you at all there when the mother was questioned?
Yes.
And what was her reaction when you
Yes.
was brought to her?
And she I knew something was wrong with the story. When she was questioned, when they found him, he had her credit card in his pocket. She just canceled that credit card 2.5 years ago. So if he's been missing for 8 years, how the hell he get your credit card in his pocket when they found him from 2.5 years ago?
Well, she mean
And he said to us that she gave him that credit card so he could go and buy her certain things.
But with the other allegations, what was her response to those allegations?
She hadn't even heard them because we had to remove her from the room.
But so she hasn't been questioned about that.
Can you describe her demeanor and his demeanor during questioning?
When she was in the room, he wouldn't say nothing. He wouldn't say one word when she was in the room. But the minute she left the room and we were allowed to talk to a young man, and he asked. He said, "Can I speak with Mr. X by myself? Can I talk to Quanell by myself?" And the detective was like, "Well, can one of us stay in the room?" And he was like, "Okay, but I'll talk to him." When she left, when he first came here, he was holding on to her. He wouldn't talk to her. He wouldn't say one word to anybody. Like he was petrified. But the minute he got alone by himself, he slowly calmed down.
I can't
He
control
slowly
the
began
freezing.
to talk very coherently and specific details.
This is a man in his mid-20s. People might wonder, why not run away from this situation? Why not get yourself out of it? Did he give you any explanation about that?
I honestly believe, based on what he said to us, she was drugging the hell out of this kid. And she convinced him that he was in trouble for initially running away and that law enforcement wanted to arrest him and put him in jail for running away. She had convinced him that all type of agencies were looking for him to put him in jail.
He was in plain sight, according to you, that he would take her to work.
No, he would go to work with her.
Right. He would
stay at the job
She
with
would
her.
take him to work. Where did she work, and where was he doing this work?
It was some kind of security job or something like that. Where they were at, I don't know, but it was a security type job, a nighttime security watch type job.
How did he end up in church?
We still can't. He admitted that he had took mushrooms, okay? And 2 weeks before this, or a week, maybe not even official whole 2 weeks, her car was stolen, okay? When her car was stolen, she didn't know how the car was stolen, but the keys were in the car. And he stole the car. That's when he got to the accident in the car. And it was him that got into the accident in that car.
What was the story? I mean, this is 8 years he was reported missing. What's the story that he's been? I spoke to neighbors who said he went by Dolph, but he never kind of told anyone what happened. What was his story?
Because she had convinced him that he was in so much trouble for initially running away. And she gave this boy serious drugs to the point to where this boy needs extensive professional help.
How did he stay missing for so long? I mean, 8 years.
He was allowed to visit with some of the neighbors under an assumed name. She believed that after so many years, people had forgotten about the case, and that under an assumed name, and convinced him to use that name, nobody would put two and two together.
But he never told any of the people that he was with what was happening?
Never told anybody what was going on. And let me say this. That young man's body have scars all over it. Slice wounds from here, from to his forearm to his wrist. All type of scars on this kid. And he said that she often locked him in the room. That she would give him drugs and lock him in the room. And there's a whole lot of mental health issues there, I believe, induced because of the drugs that this young man was
Quanell, at any point during this process today, did you see the mother detained by HPD?
They took her to another room and kept her there for a minute after he had confided with us what was said. I know they were on the phone with the DA's office and their superiors about this case, but I want everybody to know something. This young boy was not kidnapped by some strangers and he got away and they found him. That's not the case here.
You know, this happened on Thursday, and we're nearly a week later, and investigators waited almost a week to speak to him. Hearing the story that you heard, is it a concern that they waited this long to hear from him, given the story that you were told? It seems like he's had 8 years of dealing with this, and now another week.
I was shocked that they have not done more. I was
She's not in
shocked
custody.
that they had not executed a search warrant on the home. I was shocked by that. And I said, don't you all think you need to get busy and execute a search warrant on that home? And the young man made it crystal clear to us that that's where he was, in the house. But he was living under this fake assumed name.
You think police failed in this
Oh,
situation?
big time. No doubt about it. Absolutely they did. Because there were several instances where calls were made about him to law enforcement, and they did not properly follow up and follow through based on the history of that address, because she had changed addresses.
Some residents were saying this morning that she brought bags and she was trying to leave. Do you know something about
She was
that?
trying to what?
She was trying to leave the house. She was trying to leave the house?
She did leave the house.
She was trying to
And
escape?
she did leave the house, and she was trying to get away from the house, yes.
Why was she at this hotel?
She said she felt that she was not safe going home because she had been receiving threats.
What now? Is the police investigation over? Where are they?
I can't say at what state their investigation is, but what I can say, it ain't no way in hell that woman shouldn't be locked up immediately, and that boy needs to go to the best drug rehab and best psychological mental health facility that we can find for him. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. That kid was just severely abused.
And what was the mother's reaction when you brought these stories to her?
I couldn't go back in the press at that point. The police felt it was just best that she and I not speak again,
Does she?
because I was bitter.
Is she aware of these that the son told you?
Yes, she's aware. And then she goes back in there and tries to tell him, and she don't even know that was recorded. Tell him that you made it all up. That it was just a lie.
You said she would ask him to play daddy. Can you just she was sexually abused?
She would ask him to play daddy. She told him that he had to be the husband. She would force him to sleep in the bed with her. And he was forced to sleep at times in the beds with no clothes on.
Was anything ever
And
physically done?
yes, but I don't want to talk about the kissing and all of that stuff.
But he was telling you that there was some sort of sexual action that was happening between
Let me
you.
ask you a question. If your mother tongue kissing you in the bed with her naked, what the hell is that? I mean, damn, do we have to go that far? That's what happened. This is sick.
Quanell, do you
This
think...
ain't normal. This is sick.
Quanell, if these allegations are true, and I understand the position you're in, if they are true, how long before you think there's an arrest?
Based on what that young man said to me in front of the detective, I don't see why she's not in handcuffs right now. I don't see why she's not in handcuffs.
They have not been separated. She's not in custody. She was detained for a little while, but until charges get picked up from the DA's office, there is not any consequences right now. Like nothing. Can you go? All right. They're here in this room. Hold on. Hold on, friends. I'm live right now. Hey, y'all. So yeah, he's still in that room. a lot of media out here right now. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Look, it's mom. Uh-oh, the door just opened. That was mom. So let me tell y'all something. I've been working on this story for the last 4 days. We're the ones that got Quanell to come out here, and he came out here, got Rudy to talk. It's just crazy, friends. Man, this is a story like we can't even make this stuff up. We've been in. Shout out to all the camera people. They've been out there in the sun for hours. Thank you, Mr. Quanell X. He was able to get Rudy to start talking, and right now, I guess they're going to stay here and until media goes away because she doesn't want to come out. She doesn't want to come out, friends. Yeah, this story it just took a whole nother turn. You know, we weren't sure what we were getting ourselves into. This is a rabbit hole of fake catfish profiles, a bunch of profiles. I had to take down some posts yesterday because so many fake profiles were commenting, and I would go to the profiles and they were fake. I don't know if the mom made these profiles or who. It got very, very crazy. So I took down the post, and then we had a bunch of idiots saying, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about. No, it was just too much, too many fake profiles. There's probably fake profiles in here as we speak. This is a whole bunch of stuff, but I've got a lot of video footage. I'm going to be sharing with you guys. Like I said, I've been documenting this. I've got audio, I've got video, and I'm going to put it all together. Give me some time because it's a lot. And then we have this development, this update. It's just crazy, friends. We can't make this stuff up. That lady at the curtains that you guys saw, that is the mother. Yes, that is Janie. That's the mother of Rudy, the young man who's been missing for 8 years, and he was found recently, but it turns out that he was never really missing. He's been living with the mom, and according to him, they've been in a relationship that's not mother and son. It's not a natural relationship that they've been in. So yes, friends, yes, they're going to room and board together. Yes, to all the people that are asking those questions, yes. Until she's charged with something, we're waiting on the district attorney's office. So until she's charged with something, yeah, they're in the room together right now. They're in that room together right now. Let me tell y'all another thing. This morning, I met up with her. And when they pulled up to the parking lot at the hospital in Memorial Hermann Northeast, he was sitting up in the back seat and she was in the front seat. They got a rental car because I think he crashed her car. Long story short, when I walked up to their vehicle, all of a sudden he's laying down and he was holding on to a vape. And so we decided, she said, we need to go somewhere else, so I followed her. And it's so much stuff, friends. We've been waiting all day. I've been here all day. I've been up since and she evaded me too. We were supposed to meet at 7:30 this morning, and she didn't show up till like 10. I fell asleep in my car for a little while, and then she shows up, and she's like, "Oh, I was about to go home," and then she shows up, and here, and I sat in the car with Rudy for about 10 minutes. I sat in the car with Rudy, and he talked to me, short responses, but luckily Quanell came out here, and he offered his help. And he got Rudy to talk. Yes. Until something gets done, they're still in each other's company right now. If I open that door, y'all are gonna, but I'm not opening the door for Rudy's privacy because he's a victim. It's crazy, friends. Yes, the mom has had him all this time. We're here at a hotel lobby. They are behind this door right here, and we got a lot of media out here. And yeah, the Quanell X is out there talking. Let me see if I can get something. Can you guys hear me? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
When he wanted to get away, Quanell, he was trying to get away from her. Was that what he was trying to do that day?
Yeah, he was. Absolutely, yes.
And then
he just kept saying, "I just want to be free." He said, "I'm tired of living like a slave. His exact words.
He felt like a slave.
That's what he said. He said, I'm tired of living like a slave. I feel like a slave, and I just wanted to be free.
And what's the reason why they reach out to you? Even, I mean,
You're new to Houston, right? Okay.
What?
We asked
No,
Quanell.
I'm
I
saying,
asked
you know-
Quanell to come out.
What?
It was me.
So, Quanell, let's talk about also what would be the best outcome for you for this kid. What would be?
And I want to see this kid get the best mental health treatment that he possibly can in years. I pray to God that he's mentally restored to a full recovery. And I want to see that mother pay for the crime she committed against her son.
Quanell, are they going to be staying together here at the hotel still? I mean, basically, right?
It appears like that, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And until law enforcement does whatever they're going to do. But he's not safe in her custody at all. He is not. And they heard everything he said.
Because you're.
I can't believe she was not arrested on the spot. They heard everything she said. No, they heard everything he said. Everything he said. Ain't nowhere in hell she should not be on the way to the county jail.
When he was telling you this, Quanell, was he breaking down? What was his
He was
explanation?
crying. Yes, he was crying. Yes, he was crying. He was going in and out of emotional states. It was never up. It was always down state. But he was. Sometimes he would cry. Sometimes he would talk. Sometimes he would cry. Sometimes he would talk. Sometimes he would shake. But he kept saying, "I just don't want her to get. I just don't want her to get in trouble. I don't want her to go to prison."
Quanell, he liked you. He expressed that he trusted you, right? Mm-hmm. Sure did.
He asked the police could he go home with me.
Quanell, did he arrive here with you?
No,
or-
with his mama.
Oh, with his mom.
Yes.
we saw a video getting off from his vehicle. Is he getting off with the sheets?
We talked about his favorite cars. We talked about the kind of cars he dreamed of. Give him something, just put a smile on his face. And he got in the car and laughed before a little bit. Huh?
Your call to police tonight is to take action?
Do your job.
How long?
You got all that.
Everything keeps cutting off. I'm so sorry. Come back in here. Hey, I have to come back in here because the signal's real bad. Huh? Are y'all family? Oh, okay. What's up, mama? You wanna go in there? Huh? Okay. She's in there with him. I don't know why they've got them together. Hey, so we've got some family from Rudy's. I'm not gonna put them on camera or nothing, but we got some of Rudy's family here. Thank you for coming out. Yeah, friend. Some of Rudy's family, that don't talk to this woman, are in here. Huh? All right. Are you guys able to hear? So in this room, Rudy's by himself with the mom, and I think somebody else is in there, but it's not law enforcement. Let me see. Are they still here? Yes, friends. This took a crazy turn. We got media outlets out here. They're about to leave. Look how it's looking. Yep. Well, I don't want to open it because Rudy, I don't know, like I got pictures of Rudy, friends. I've got pictures of Rudy. I have to make sure that I can post some of this stuff. So I got a lot of documentation, a lot of video, a lot of audio. Right there, in there, Mom. That's where the restroom. All right. Got a lot of stuff, but I'll be putting it out later because we still want to make sure, everything that we do on the Hood News is going to be in the best interest of Rudy. That's it. We don't want clout. We don't want all that. All right, folks. Yeah, I'm going to go and sit in there right now. Hold on. I'm going to go in there right now. All right.